Okay, that took a little longer than intended to set up. My apologies. This is, I mean, it's a bit of a weird setup, and I've not set up for this prior to now, so apologies, as well as my setup is very, I've taken some liberties with how I've done it, because my mic's directly in front of me. Here, let me transition to just showing my camera, right? So my mic's directly here in front of me. If I take the camera, you get to see that the drawing pad is literally like right behind it. So it's not exactly the most easy thing to do. Nonetheless, well, I thought I would explain a little bit of what's going on. I put in the description of this video a brief explanation. However, I'd like to give a bit more of a substantial one to anyone that's actually interested. So, while I get some stuff working behind the scenes, I used to do a lot of art. I used to do it all the time. It was basically my biggest pastime. And during all my, like, in primary and intermediate years, which is kind of like our, the first, I want to say like 7 years of your schooling, I was really good at it. I went into competitions and everything for it. It was basically my best subject outside of maths. And then it just, I went into high school and stuff went sideways. A lot of problems happened, and when I went to do it, because I was intending to go into like graphic design as a job thing, and it just didn't work. The teacher, the subject, everything just really didn't work out for me, and I pushed myself for years to try and make it work, but it didn't. Since then, and it's been some years now, I scarcely have drawn. I've tried to. I've really tried to. But it never really worked. I never really got going with it again. In last year, I decided I'd try and get back towards it, and I tried to start setting stuff up. One of the things I set up was getting this little graphics tablet here, but I just really never had the time for it. And now I'm forcing myself to have the time for it. So let's set up a piece of thing then. To get off the less depressing subject, we want... I actually don't know what's going to be the best option for this. Like, for the canvas point. I mean, that seems fine. I'm going to rotate it to sideways though, because, so, I'm going to be... Return of the King. Yep. My big goal is to just get back to it, because, like, I've been doing a little bit of art in my free time. I've been posting it on the server that I'm a part of, the Zycoland one, where I'm an admin. From time to time, just getting... honestly, I want feedback. All I get is, oh, this looks really good. It's like, okay, but where's the constructive feedback, guys? So what I'm going to do is a piece of art. I'm going to work on something that I started up, like, I think earlier this year, but I dropped basically because I worked on it for like half an hour. This was for a project that I don't think I'm going to get too heavily into. So excuse the fact that it's really poorly drawn. So that's what it looks like as of now. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take what I've done so far and then add it in here. We're going to turn this into a reference layer and smash down the opacity so I can construct something around it. I was also going to put on some music. Just give me a sec. I don't know if this is copyright free. If it's not, then I might have to delist the video or some such later. Apologies if this is, but yeah, no, I struggle when I don't have something to do while I'm doing my art, like listen to music, talk with people, so on and so forth. Like I struggle when I focus completely on the art because of those issues I was actually just going through. So yeah. Now, taking the tablet, so I will mention now, again, I'm not, like, amazing at art. Like, I sketched this up in, like, half an hour on Illustrator, I think it was. So, if this gives you kind of a semblance of what I'm kind of able to do, I have some other stuff that I could show very quickly. I mean, my profile icon, I actually did that up again yesterday. I fixed it up and we've got, if I launch it, there it is. This is what I did yesterday with, if I hide those, this is what we had just before I did the do-up of it. And now we have this, which I would argue the weakness is the beard lines are a little too light and I need to make those a bit more prevalent. Also, if you're wondering what this fourth layer here is, as a request of, I believe it was Yui from, yeah, it was Yui, from the Zycoland server. She wanted to see, because there's always been the joke that I'm like the off-brand Chris Hemsworth, the New Zealand him, just because I've had some pretty magnificent beards in my time, and I'm all that. So I added this little thing. Yes, she does. No, she wanted, she requested in DMs, it's like, hey, could you do like a Thor effect thing for it? So I just threw that together and like not even a full minute passed because there's like the effects thing in here that you can do. So I did sparkles and then I did rough edged. I think it actually came out like okay, I guess, for just a throw together thing. But yeah, that's something that I did. Another one I posted, actually, I know this is so far just going to be showing off art, but another one I posted was this. I give it a sec to load up. Here we are. So this was my this is me working on something I'm not gonna get into, but this was some stuff that I did, and this was like my first big attempt at doing a substantial drawing, which, look, I'm gonna be honest, there's still so much work that needs to be done with this. The shadowing I still think is a bit weak. The clearness of the wings and stuff like that needs to be brought out, because like you can't really see it, but like there is a kind of curve in point there. If you're at distance, you can't see it. I mean, the eyes are just currently just a flat color, and the face looks very plain as well, and I haven't done any shading for the hair at all. But again, for someone that's not, when he was doing graphic design, he was taught with like pencil and paper. This is pretty good, I feel personally, for the first time in like years doing art, coming back to it and doing this for their like first substantial digital project. I liked it. And I hope other people did. I mean, a lot of people did give compliments, but that's why I'm like, I wanted to know how I needed to improve this, and all I can give is my own analysis. So we're going to work on this today. Now, this is in relation to something else that I was asked for. This is kind of like the closest, I guess, argument for this is a commission. But it was less a commission and more a like casual request by someone I know. And again, you can kind of see like I just quick sketched out the foundational stuff. So I'm going to make sure stabilization is down so I can also, I do apologize if I don't respond to chat immediately, because again, I can get quite focused with doing art. But yeah, again, if anyone watching has any recommendations or things that I could do to improve, or like just general like practices to work on, then I would be more than happy to at least hear you out, because okay. When I open this program is Clip Studio Paint. I highly recommend it. It is got a bit of a paywall behind it, however you can get it via other sources. But it's actually the primary tool used by manga artists. In fact, if I pull up the create new thing, you can actually see here like webtoon, comic, all this sort of stuff is just the immediate like default option systems. Hence why, again, like the effects as well, like sparkle, cherry, roses, which I'm not kidding, it's literally a paintbrush where I can just do that. And it does that for me. So that's my personal recommendation. It's kind of that whole thing of while like you shouldn't define yourself by your tools, this is just such a good useful tool to use for art that I would recommend you trying to utilize, because it also like just it assists you so much, because like it has a lot of intuitive digital features. Like you can basically autofill your art for color, so you don't actually have to worry too much. It's really smart. I can show it off maybe later if we get far enough. It also has a lot of pen pressure stuff. Thanks a lot for the recommendation. Yeah, no, I mean, the other source I found was pretty up to date, but I'm not going to obviously link it or anything like that. Maybe message me on Discord or something like that if you're on there, and I'll try and find a link for you. But like, yeah, no, it's like I'm using the like biggest plan for it, and the big plan for it's like in my country I think are close to like $300, but it's a one-off purchase, which is the biggest thing, which is like, because I think Photoshop isn't a one-off purchase off the top of my head, but like Photoshop's really good as well. Like I will definitely say, like, if you've got Photoshop, it's not like you've got a bad program, it's that you've just got a program that is a little less intuitive and gives you a little less what's the best way of putting it? Like, I think less intuitive is actually probably the best way of putting it, but yeah, I really don't know. I guess like this just has more features that are tuned to this specific style of stuff, like drawing art in this kind of capacity. I mean, also like having a graphics design tablet, like again the one I showed early, the one that I'm using now, which I showed earlier, is, I would argue, near essential for doing art on computers nowadays, because it's just, I don't see how you can kind of do it with a mouse as easily. Also, by the way, this is this drawing I'm doing, so it actually has a huge problem I have with it, which is something I'm not used to, which is drawing slimmer figures. Because like I'm a lot better at drawing male, masculine, like larger muscles and stuff like that. This one's supposed to be quite petite. Again, this is a request of someone else. And it's just really hard to quite get that. I don't know if there's anyone's got any good ideas for learning how to do petite stuff. And I mean petite, not just in fucking breasts, okay, guys? I mean like the arms, skinnier arms. Like that was the big fight I had with the other character. We all start with something. Yeah, I mean, look, my origin is pencil, paper, and like, again, that's the big thing. Like, this is me learning how to get back into art, as well as learning digital tech. Which has been a task. Would you believe me if I said that, by the way, this request of this thing I'm doing, this actually comes from a chick? This isn't me just like coming up with a really weird thing. She gave me a couple of things as reference points, and then basically told me to do a design, like suggested a design, so I did it. I'm pretty sure I could actually pull up the document, but I don't want to pull up the document publicly because it has a lot more sensitive data on it. So I apologize if I don't show it, but I can pull it up later and kind of at least talk on it. I might have to move this image around so I can get the stuff under at the bottom. I've seen much worse. Yeah, it's fair enough. I think it's because it's the idea is that it's supposed to be like a chronicler of like ancient history, and it's supposed to use a lot of foundation design from like Greek, Malayan sort of stuff, as well as a little bit of Polynesian. Which again, you try and mix those designs and make a cohesive fucking image. Telling me to use like several different cultures, and just like all of these cultures are significantly different in their cores. I think they'll like also throw in like Egyptian and stuff like that, which is why I'm just like, it's huge differences across the board. All right, this can use at least as a foundation image now. All right. So that's what I can do, just at least quickly, if that gives an idea of where I'm at. But like I said, I want to scale, bring that up, so I can work on the foot as well. Because did I not have that in the original part? I'm sure I had it in the original image. Let me pull it up. Yeah, I did. It was a little shitty foot at the bottom. Which, it cannot be that angle. Fucking Christ. By the way, I should mention, like, I have drawn gay porn before. Shit was fucking wild. That was a request, and I will stress that it was a request. Okay, I'll work. I'm terrible with digits and such like that. There's a reason why I typically give shoes. However, the problem... Oh, Jesus. The problem with this design is that they wanted it barefoot. Sure it was. Yeah, no, it's definitely not my idea. So to give an idea, the design is that this bit on the leg here, this is a stocking that kind of parts up so it's still barefoot there, and then this leg on the right side here is completely bare. This is exposed chest, so let's give her a little belly button. There you go. And then this up here by the shoulder, the right shoulder for her, the left side of her here. This is an exposed shoulder. This is exposed neck area. That's a kind of like a glove cloth thing for that hand. And I'm thinking of doing the inverse of for the other one, just to kind of have it so like the her right side is gloved and her left side is not. She also was wanting a satchel. Possibly. Should I put the satchel off of like this kind of thing here? So kind of... And then change this up to better accommodate. Okay, and then... Again, this is a very weird thing to me, because what I must explain, I'm looking at the screen to edit in front of me. The tablet is directly like in front of me here, so it's a very strange experience. It's hard to explain, really, of learning how to do like art and stuff like that without looking at it, because I'm like so tempted to look down and look at the tablet, but obviously I'm not gonna fucking see anything because it's a blank tablet. Okay, what did they want for the eyes again? I will have to pull it up at this stage, I think. Do I have an easy access somewhere? Sorry, give me a second to try and find the reference. No, that was me complaining about blood tests. No. There we go. Design. Long flowing black and purple here. Night sky. Small cute. Fang. Caramel color skin. Heterochromic. Left eye is gold, right eye is purple. Her outfit is design is one that defines her curves. Body is well proportioned. Bare feet, no shoes, and potential tattoos. Okay, so it's heterochromic, so I need to make it so the eyes are defined. Whoops. Ignore that. Still, again, not used to having a tablet like this. So, what? That'd probably be... You know, sometimes you're in the middle of doing Ah, yes, that's that's her eyes. Yes. I'm just gonna undo that. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. That I've just done quickly like that, but okay. She wanted a bit more proportion though, so I'll need to accentuate that. So I will just preemptively do the SketchUp. Unless that was what that was. I see. This twist is very unnatural. So that would probably be a bit more accurate. And then shave off this edge here. YouTube, I'm just drawing these as reference, leave me alone. Swear. Don't send me to horny jail. Okay, do this and then probably slim down on the shoulder. Give it a little bit more slimming. And well, that's a bit too slimming on that arm. Welcome to How I Do Art, by the way. Oh, ignore the AVG in the bottom corner there, if you can even see it. No, you can't. Ha ha ha. I'm hiding it with my webcam. Genius. Okay, so with that there, that needs to come down. We're in front. Okay, and then that's there, that's there. So that needs a point there as well. Fuck off, AVG. Makes more sense to have it as a latch system, actually, because this is supposed to be for books. Right. Might need to pull up some reference art at some point. Because, yeah, no, again, what I've learned about getting back into art and stuff like that, don't try and just, like, completely eyeball it if you're not too confident. Look at other things of art around what you're doing so you can kind of get an idea of how people approach a problem. It's very much the coder mentality in me. Why try and recode something when you just Google it? Just use that point as a kind of like an idea, a reference to how you should handle it. Okay, and then this arm needs to be more or less just maintained. I might need to bring the hairline down a little bit. Because at the moment it feels very empty foreheady. I'm pretty sure I'll get in trouble for that. I've already called them fucking dits. I don't want to don't want to make their art look like a fucking dumb cunt either. This needs a slight bit here to give a turning circle. God, it looks like she's got fucking teeth at this point. I want to get rid of those lines. That looks a little bit better, I guess. Neck is pretty long. Might need to adjust that later. Okay. If you're wondering, by the way, what I'm doing with this is I'm going to turn this into a new reference layer, because like this is how I kind of go through digital art at this stage, is I make multiple reference layers. I constantly improve upon and refine the previous, because like if we go back to this one, that one's our original. That needed a lot of redesigning work, because if we look at it, the like the back here, I'm pretty sure you can see my mouse. Like that area there, that's just unacceptable. Look at how fucking far out this hip comes as well. It was very clearly quick designs and stuff like that, not hugely well proportioned and thought out. Because I'm pretty sure this was literal the rough sketch. Like again, 15-30 minutes was given to this, and most of that time was spent doing the research for it. This has a slightly better and more realistic design. Oh no, is the legs too short? The leg, that can work, because like the character is supposed to be slightly mature but still slightly childish. The head might be a bit big. That I can see. That being the case, yeah. Okay, so let's adjust that. So let's just do this. Whoops, I'm on the wrong layer. What do we think? That? It fits the proportions a little bit better. Maybe a little bit bigger than that though. Then we can bring the neck down a little bit so it's not so egregious. No, that's still a little small. Yeah, that should be fine. Now to readjust. There we go. Oh, the neck as well. Gotta fix that up a little bit. Oh, good lord. Okay, I think that's proportionally a little bit better though. I think this hip here still needs to be trimmed down to that. And then this hip would need to be trimmed down to this. I mean, thick thighs save lives, but like, that's also not the point of the character. Alright, shall we move on and use this as the new referent? What? Oh, I had it invisible for some reason. I don't know when I did that. So what we'll do, so this, by the way, is why I really love this program. So what you can do, good lord, the rain's getting loud outside, is when you kind of get to the point where you want to make a bit more of a cleaner design, there's the stabilization tool over here. What I can do is crank that the hell up, zoom in, and this is a, do not recommend doing this in a natural drawing time. But when you come to doing this, it creates a much cleaner line, though that I'm not happy with because I need to define the shoulder. So I'm going to make a new reference point with everything, but I'm going to make it with a clean definition because, again, I'm not expecting to finish this art today. I just thought that this was probably the best art to use for today. I am tempted to, I still need to do kind of like the thumbnails and stuff like that, because I want to start actually custom drawing those. So if anyone's got any, or or any suggestions anyone's got towards art that can be done. Basically, yeah, like if you've got a very shitty commission idea that you're not expecting high quality from, throw it my way. Actually, I think there's one VTuber I know of, just getting some conversation going, that uses this program and uses it fucking like a deity, I swear, is Juniper. She's a moth VTuber, fucking phenomenal art she does, and she custom does her model, and I would, too much possibly the argument of many people, I would genuinely consider her model to be possibly the best designed model out there. Maybe only comparable to someone like Shy Lily, which her model is very expensive. But again, the difference is Juniper does it all herself. So, if you want to watch someone for art, that's someone I could definitely recommend, because she talks through a lot of the processes, and she's actually quite willing to talk with things, as well as she's got like this very lovely, energetic little sister energy that's actually quite fun. So I would love to talk with her. I think I could actually really like fucking sit down and have a couple of brews with her. She's a very good sort. Okay. By the way, I still don't even know, like, outside of the hair color, what I'm actually going to do for a lot of the coloring. Because again, so the hair color is supposed to kind of be very reminiscent of like the midnight sky and stuff like that, with black and purple and this very pleasant effect. So, if anyone's got any good ideas for, like, the color scheme of some of this, because I was thinking kind of like whites and browns, but I don't think brown looks quite so nice with it. Maybe whites, I don't know. So, like, it's because, again, it's supposed to be very scholarly and supposed to make reference to a lot of cultures. Yeah, that's basically what she's asked. Because, like, if I pull up the actual list, right? Let's zoom it in just so I'm not gonna give away anything substantial. Do you see that? Yes, cool. This is what I've been given as, like, the primary stuff for the design. I just realized I showed email stuff. I'm just gonna get rid of those. So, nobody look at that. So, like, that's kind of what I'm trying to go for with a lot of the design. But, like, again, what do you do for the color in that case? Because, like, you've obviously got some limitations because some of those cultures clash. Like, they've not got consistent parts to them. I need to sort out this stuff later. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it. It's supposed to be kind of like a see-through cloth that's coming off and goes all the way around. Kind of like as a sub-dress. Kind of like what you'd have as, like, the tail end of the coat. I'm not sure how I want to handle it yet, though. So I'm just going to put those lines there for now. Let's do the head. Actually clean this up. I'm gonna have to change that here later. I do not like how that fringe is done. Do that for now because I'll come back to that as well. So what do we got for the new referencing? Head's a bit blocky. Proportions need to be defined better. This twist in the stomach needs to be more prevalent. Does that make it a bit more obvious? A little bit, but I need to do something on the side here. What about that? And then something on the back. Maybe a kind of thing for people in the future. If you're ever going to get someone to do art for you, fucking don't leave all of the design up to them, because then they're just going to sit there and be confused and be very annoyed because they don't know what to fucking do. And if you do that, then don't be surprised if you don't get something you don't want. Then they'll just actively try and fucking troll you, I swear. Gonna add some pubes down there. Teacher. That doesn't line up quite right. That. Then maybe close that in a little bit more. Oh, just got a message. Sick. So now I want to fix this shoulder area here. And then erase a little bit of this. I think overall it's okay. I honestly don't know what else I can do at this stage to improve the proportions and stuff like that. I feel like I can't really do too much until I get to shadow as well, to show like rotation and stuff like that with the body, because like you can make the lines, but the lines can only do so much until you have shadow to back them up, I feel. Alright, let's focus on the torso then. I'm gonna switch color just so I can have an easier time of like discerning areas of the body with the layers. Gotta zoom in on this boob here. I have to be careful as well, because what you just saw there was a problem that can occur sometimes is because I'm so focused, I press too hard on the tablet, and it does have a pressure system. So the harder you press, like if I go light strike there, if I do hard strike, you get that. And that's, again, not changing any like DPI or anything like that, or the brush size. That's just how it is naturally. Actually, you know what? I said I was going to do the torso. Let's go real hard and just ignore the sash. And see what it would look like without it. God, that looks terrible. Okay. Oh. Birds are losing their fucking mind outside. Guess it's just started to stop raining. That needs to be way better here. Because it needs to not be a bump out, it needs to be a natural flow. It needs to have a little contortion. as punishment for doing such a fucking awkward turn. Okay. That looks a bit better. Right? if you ever have a part of your body or your character, the thing you're designing that you don't quite like, isolate it like this. Really helps. Something you can actually do with digital art much easier than you can with anything else. I've just realized I've been going for like an hour and a half maybe, and I've not like had anything to drink. My throat is fucking dying. So we've got the torso area done. Again, I'm being very slow and methodical about each of these steps, just as a point, because I'm not confident in my digital art at this stage. I'm working on it, so I need to make each step. I'm just going to quickly change the screen. I apologize, because I just realized I haven't actually got a save of this. Save as... And obviously I don't want to show off my documents. I apologize for the disruption. Now I can just control S it whenever I feel like I need to. Okay, is there any other parts that we think need to be significantly worked on other than like the legs, really? I mean, this foot area I need to work on, I think. So we'll prep for the legs now coming off of this. Keep in mind, we're doing this with very high stabilization just so we can get much more clean lines, but it causes it to be very difficult to get the exact... Get the larger scale drawing done. So, we removed that. First of all, that looks very weird, like fucking armless, headless turkey. This needs a much more defined curve to it, I feel. Oh, what is it? A tribe or something like that that has like kind of bells or something like that tied to their ankles? I think it's Himalayan, isn't it? Bells on ankles. Indian culture. Some imagery. I'm wondering, should I put something like that in here? So if I go back to here, put something in here. You want it on the outside probably. Something like that. Just in addition to everything, because again, it's supposed to be a mix of a lot of cultures. So I was just thinking about it, because obviously the music's got it. So a little bit like that. Can be on both, or it can be on one. Okay. Again, I kind of want to have all of the jewelry and all of the accessory onto the her right side, just because that makes a lot more sense to me. Don't ask me why. So I could make a joke about how, like, she didn't ask for pockets, she asked for a satchel, which goes to show, like, women just don't think about if they can have pockets, well, should they have pockets? It's because they're just too used to not having pockets. What's a good way of drawing the feet at this angle? Just gonna look word in my search history. Anime feet drawing. Make sure you have safe search on, kids. Definitely make sure you have safe search on. Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I looking at? It's like licking the screen, like this, someone just licking the screen. It's, I feel very uncomfortable with this. Mm-hmm. Toes. Sure someone's happy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That looks a little wide. There we go. That'll do for now. Oh no, that heel looks wide now too. Oh, so I was watching, what's it called? Love, Death, Robots. Some more of that last night. I really like it. It's on Netflix. It's a kind of like a challenge project where it's like every episode is done by a different animation company and writing group, I think. And what they do is they are given the prompt of love, death, and robots. Those three things need to be met. Those conditions need to be met. Other than that, they don't care. And it needs to be animated. It's fucking phenomenal. I highly recommend it if you get the shot. I need another feet shot. Oh. Bro, what is wrong with some people? Not here to kink shame, but scrolling down when you've googled feet drawing references is why is she doing I can't show this, by the way, because some of this is in like that kind of not safe for work category, so I'm just gonna, I mean, I'm already gonna probably have to pull this video because of music, but like, chief, some of this ain't right. Let's try. Because I'm trying to go for a slender foot after all. No, I don't want it in a heel. I want it bare. Fuck you. Ah! I asked for beer and I got something beer, alright. Oh, Jesus. Safe for work feature is really tempting right now. Fuck it. We're gonna not care about that foot for now. We're just gonna worry about the hip and such proportions, just because I don't want to keep looking at this. It's making me very uncomfortable. So if we use the previous reference, we would be creating the, I guess, underwear, whatever you want to call this, at this stage. So it'd be here. I kind of am tempted, right, and this may be a personal preference thing, to turn these slightly into shorts. So more, bring this down to here. Bring this to here, and then bring the, part there. So what that would look like is kind of more that. So we'd do something a bit more like that. We'll bring this up a little bit. And bring that down there. Still feel this thigh on the side is a little too wide out. Because if I do the shorts like that, then I can kind of do some, I guess, lingerie-esque sort of stuff with this. She did want her character to be sexy, after all. I feel like if I'm going to do this side, it needs to be on an outward curve. That side needs to be on an inward curve. It's kind of like, ugh, that doesn't look right. Because this looks too far down now. Flatten this out maybe. And maybe not give this such a sharp. I'll pull up the reference thing, the design reference. It's because if I do this right, then I'm actually less inclined to do the little frills that come off and do something else that's a little bit more maybe just kind of doing it as a sketch off to the side. It comes down like this, then ovals in on the back, so it would be kind of like this. But possibly comes down like below knees, so maybe comes down to where the knees are and then curves up. What do you think? Something like that? Instead? And then, I mean, it's because I could always do like a split up the back. But like, I feel like at that point in time, I'm trying to make a tailcoat. I'm not trying to make a dress. Like, her character's supposed to travel, but her character's also supposed to be visually, like, not practical. From what I can comprehend. So it would possibly come down in like this. Maybe have no reference for this randomness. It's the weakness of someone asking you to do basically the reference art for it. So kind of, that actually looks quite nice in my eyes. Having something a little like that instead. Bit more tight fitting, bit more closer, doesn't have as much poofiness. Kind of comes together a bit nicer. Because I think, again, like I already showed, this is literally what I have as my baseline reference. Like, oh, there is some colors here. So purples, blacks, whites, and blues. Well, fucking, those color palettes don't exactly merge all too well. Fuck you. But like, I think for these conditions, this works. That suddenly changed that music. I mean, like, it's because, yeah, no, this is the weakness of doing like something like this just off the cuss yourself, because like I've done some stuff with reference, like a character to refer to at very least before, like there's this that I drew in like 30 minutes on Illustrator when I was testing out how it works with drawing. I think you can take a fucking solid guess as to who this is supposed to be. I fucking wouldn't have known. And then I've got a bunch of other stuff that I've done like quickly in Illustrator to learn. So like this is easy because you've got a reference, you know what you need to kind of meet with conditions. Like with Gura, you've got sharp teeth, you've got dumb expression, you've got a little hairpin, you've got a little pouch, you've got the jersey, jacket, whatever, and then you've got the tail and the boots. That's your conditions. You've met your conditions. You don't need to. Past that, you can kind of take her however you will. You can make her look more mature, you can make her look younger, you can make her look more cartoony, all that sort of stuff. But as long as you have those key conditions met, you recognize the character. When you're designing a character from the ground up, you need to define what those characteristics that are supposed to be replicatable, I guess. So again, like the other design that I've done myself, the suit dude, I'll pull it up again. His defining characteristics are his hair and wings. Outside of that, I'm be honest, like I can I can't remember, do I have the wings as a separate layer on this? No, I do not. Right, okay, let's open up the base imaging, because I think it's in here. Yeah. So this is what he is without the wings. He's very default. Like, yeah, he's still kind of good looking, but like, then all of a sudden, his hair becomes the thing you focus on. His hair and the horns. Those are the key things. And the long legs, but like, that's kind of, you look to the legs after you've seen their things. With this, you look at the wings, you see how massive they are as an immediate, then you look to the head, and then you kind of go down from there. With the purple, it helps define things, it helps target your eyes, which again, like because it's so vivid, you go to look towards the hair and the wings. The shadow kind of is mainly cast on the person, a lot on the leg and stuff like that, but it just is there to kind of make you look towards the hair again. That's what I'd hazard to put it as. I don't know what that is. Then you have this layer here, which finally adds in all the predominant color. This makes his shirt pop. Like, you can see his shirt all of a sudden quite a lot because it is very contrasted, very vivid, but you still are kind of drawn towards the face and the hair. Then, but overall, you're kind of drawn to these extreme outer parts, like the wings and the hair. Then you're drawn to the center part, and then you look at the rest of it, and you're like, man, I would like lay down with this dude in bed quite happily. So that's kind of the thing, is like I targeted wanting the hair to be like a big focus point, and I had the wings be a massive focus point as well. But like, if the moment I go in, you can see like these arms are kind of meh. Like there's a bit of shadowing and stuff like that to just kind of give them a bit of definition and life to pop, and then down here you've got kind of the same sort of stuff again. You can sort of see how ragged my lines are, but you've got that. So now I'm trying to make a much more cleaner image, a character, with, again, someone else's preferences. Whoops. Which makes it a lot more difficult, I guess, is just the best definition. All right. Sorry, I can't help much, but only character I can think of that has that sort of shorts with the other is pastels, puzzles, and dragons. Oh, no, it's fine. Like, I do not blame someone else for not being able to give an answer. In fact, I think you're completely fair, because, like, if I can't come up with an answer, why should you have to come up with an answer? Like, I feel that's extremely unfair on anyone else. I'm just kind of also thinking out loud a lot at the moment, just to try and figure out if I can I need to stop pressing there. Come up with an answer as to, like, because I kind of like how this works. I think this works out really, really nicely. It just depends on, am I going to make the see-through? Now is the big question, because then if I don't make it see-through, there's no point in me really caring about the suspending points between the shorts and the thing, unless I try and push one a little bit further over just to try and make it, like, seeable. Because, like, you can go, oh, well, this is in the design, but it's never going to be seen. It's like, well, how are you going to know it's there? I can have all the I can say that behind her is $1 million that is going to be in my bank account. Sure, but it's not there. Poor. Because, like, if I do this quickly, I can undo this, so it's not an issue. How does this look? Ironically enough, I actually don't think that looks that good the moment you do that. I think it actually looks better if I make it see-through, just because of that. Which means that we'll try and get the suspenders in then. Also going to try and push this one over a little bit. But no, I'll have a quick squiz it. So, best at puzzles and dragons. Oh, I see. So this is the character you're talking about here, right? I'm guessing this is their baseline art? Scroll down. Ooh, that's cool. She's doing a cat pose with her hands. This one. Below that one. It's like, you mean this one? Ooh, come here. Ooh. The Lollipop Society. Actually, that's a point. So she's got kind of like, in this image here, you've got like the ringlets and stuff like that that come off. I guess the angle is what helps that go. Yeah, I mean, like, this is where I get like real showy. Look at her foot in this image here, and look at it. Just keep looking at it for a little bit, and then just think about how that works. Just try and look at it without the rest of the image. Just look at that foot. It doesn't look right. It looks very elongated. Welcome to the issues of doing a lot of art stuff. You get to realize that like there is a lot of room for error, and you can hide this. Like, you don't need to see that. Like, that sort of stuff can be quite easily hidden. Just by the fact is you're not gravitating towards the foot. You're gravitating towards like the head chest area with this design and the tiny little cats. Then like as you go down, you get distracted by like all of the jewelry and stuff like that around here, and then you just kind of maybe squiz over the foot quickly because you're like, oh well, I'm not gonna look at that because it's boring. I hope I've ruined this character for you, by the way, showing you this long foot. No, but like that's the sort of stuff that like so yeah, this kind of comes to that whole argument though of like, so she's got a lot of minute details that she's using to distract away from what the character is, as well as what you said, like the angle is extremely prevalent. Did my music run out? Fuck me, that's a 2-hour fucking playlist, have you know. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, so it does come into a question of how they, but I do think like using this like ringlet sort of thing with the cloth coming down might be interesting. I mean, she's also very cat-y, like a cat orientated design, so you've got room for hiding stuff with ears and then changing your back angle to suit a tail. So how do you adapt that in this instance? Oh, there's your figurines for it. Jesus. Okay. But yeah, no, I mean, like, look, that already has given me ideas to do external to what I was already doing. So thank you very much for that. Like, you may go, it's like, oh, that might not have been, that was actually extremely helpful because that's given me an idea to work on something else with this design now. Again, this is why I tell people, just give your ideas. Say, it's like, oh, this reminds me of this. And like, they can look it up and go, ooh, I can see that. Some people aren't so appreciative of that, I should mention. I'm just very overly appreciative of constructive feedback, not positive feedback. When I get positive feedback, I tend to be, I have paranoia, so when I get positive feedback, I'm like, okay, but like that is very hollow to me. That doesn't hold any meaning. Like, there's no way I can believe you on it. What I can believe is going, okay, this is something that's wrong. Do you want to fix that? It's like, now I can consider something. Now I can improve. Become even better. Because she also has like kind of tassels that come off on the sides as well. So she's got like little hoop points on like on the hips. And she also has kind of cloth or metal coming off of these edges. So what if we adapt something like... something like that with it. Make these solid objects. Non-see-through parts. Can kind of help detract from the emptiness that is going to be in some of these areas. And then I could also add in something like what she's got in these areas as well. God, drawing a circle with the stabilization at this level is very difficult. So kind of like that. Some cables coming down. Now we've filled in an area that was previously quite barren. Because, yeah, again, like, it's, at this point in time, if we just use the base design as the point of call, this is very empty. You've got the stuff around the chest, you've got the sash, and then you've got the panties. So, with this, now all of a sudden we have something on the chest, something on the stomach, and then something on the thighs to give you something to visually get distracted by. There's a reason why a lot of VTubers, I'm going to call them out right now, will, like, a female VTuber will have like a design on their breasts or something like that, is to just add more reason why you might get distracted, look there just briefly and stuff like that, and that gathers attention. I'm not saying that that's their entire served purpose with it. It does look visually appealing, but like Shy Lily, she has those designs on her like all the way over her. She's got like these little almost tattoo-y sort of things. They're fucking gorgeous. I love how they're designed. But the ones on her breasts and stuff like that, they're very much designed in a way to kind of direct your gaze, which is kind of the point of her character. Is it supposed to be quite lewd in some regards, and that's not a bad thing. That's completely legitimate. In fact, that's half the design of VTubers, is to try and figure out how to get your attention the best they can. Because like here, I could easily just remove these key cloths here and then really show you her boobs. But I feel like that's, again, against like a bit of modesty. I want to... You're already asking for designs that are very revealing just by nature. So why not try and not excessively reveal stuff? Then again, I might get told by the person that wants this that she does want that revealed, and then at that point in time, that's a different argument, because that's no longer my opinion coming in. That's the person that actually wants this opinion, and they hold a little bit more weight in the matter than I do. Do I want to try and make anything else to distract? I probably do want to make a bracelet of some kind. Not a bracelet, kind of like the armlets. This comes up here. I think that might be nice with the stocking on the side. Not stocking, you know what I mean. Fuck now. Actually, you know what we could do with the... Oh, Jesus, I suck at doing that. This thing down here, right? We could always make really prevalent parts on here as well to create consistency on the design. As well, something like that. Obviously I want to design that a bit more cleaner, but that should hopefully be doable in the future. So a bit more along the lines of that. Maybe, and then what do we do with the satchel? Because the satchel's gonna, if we still do the satchel, it goes right here. Do we want to move the satchel potentially? Or what we could do is kind of have it like the cord coming off here and then having the bag right here. Off the arm. I think that would look nicer, right? Because then it would give a bit more of that floaty, jumpy around, playful vibe that we've already had. Yeah, promotion. Yeah, no, I was thinking like just that probably makes a lot more sense, especially based on like the rest of the features so far. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add a trim to this. Okay. Before we move into that then, because like that would probably be something we'll do with the arms, which I'll want to do on a separate layer. Is there anything else we can think of that could work for the design of the chest area? Torso and legs. Torso and legs. I mean, yes, I still need to do this foot, but fuck doing the feet right now. Honestly, I've spent enough bloody time on them. I feel like it's fair to say no, especially knowing I've still got a couple of photos up of them on my other monitor and it's hurting my soul. Because, like, I can come back and clean all of this layer up later. Like, again, I'm not expecting to finish this today. In fact, I'm probably only going to go for another maybe 40 minutes. Because I think a 3-hour art session's pretty solid. Do we want a necklace? Do we think a necklace is necessary? Especially knowing that the bag's not going to be there now. With the strap going across. This leaves this area basically as is. And when I say a necklace, I mean like something that's possibly in motion, so it'd be along that sort of line. And then maybe like parts coming off of it. God, this looks really jank, but again, this is the quick sketch version. I don't think that quite. I mean, I could always make it a pendant, so it's kind of floating out like that a little bit. Oh, stretch. Do not forget to stretch. Ergonomics are important. Yeah, I feel like something like this. A nice, simple kind of pendant works. I probably want to make this like a blue with kind of like sparkles in it. Right. Is there anything else I can think of? Because, like, at this point in time, there's just some of this stuff which I'll just add in. I think this is looking a little nicer than that original design there. Shall we move on to arms then? Okay, let's make a new layer. And we're going to change the color of this to something else. What shall we go with? Let's go with a nice pink. So I feel like it. Okay. So first of all, we need to do the ringlets, I think. So they're kind of roughly often in middle of the forearm. So about here. Okay. So something along those sorts of lines, and then we talked about the bag as well in motion. So the bag would be probably at this point. And I would feel that it would lie outside of this range, right? So it would be out here. That doesn't look right though. Because keep in mind, so I do want a floating book over here. Like, just simple. Do that for now to remind myself. That would probably be more... that way, I guess. It's because it's kind of an upward shot. Okay. This would need a bit more work. So how this might come in is a thing. What are we? So okay, the left hand is going to clearly be pointing at a book, right? That's indistinguishable. It's going to be kind of like either this sort of point or this kind of point. I think it's probably better to have it as a bit more of an open-handed one. What the fuck is the right hand going to do? Is it going to be open? Is it going to be closed? It makes a bit of sense to be kind of like the loose, closed thing that you do with anime. Right? Like that would make a little bit of sense. Because like if it's open, then I feel like I have to do something with it, like magic or some shite. Like I think that would be the weakness of doing it as an open hand. God, I look like I'm a lunatic with hands waving around. Yeah, I think closed is the best option. Okay. Is there any other details that we think fit then in this situation? Looking back at the thing. I said like the armlet thing, right? Do something like that. So we'll do it like here-ish. And then it's like often slightly open. So we'll leave it slightly open here. So we can also still show that the this part goes to cloth. It's kind of like that. And then add like a engraving or something to it. Pattern. Leave it at that for now, I think, because I don't know if I can do much else with it. Then maybe add like a bracelet over here just to accentuate, like a loose bracelet. It's got the many cords. Kind of like that. And have one, like some of it jeweled. Okay. feel like I want the bag to be much more in motion though. So like maybe more up here. Kind of like that. Swinging out a little bit more. Giving it a little bit more reason. So that's facing inwards, so... more along those sorts of lines. Still needs work, but this gives me a bit more of a foundation. Kind of like that. Oh god, that looks like a monkey's hand. Hell yeah. Bro, the time's flying. I just looked over and it's 20 minutes later than I fucking last looked. When did that happen? So how do these work? These kind of work like an idea that they come up to something. Like this, right? Remember, the reason why we're doing it in these different colors and these different layers is so I can get away with basically going, okay, I'm going to do just the arms here. I'm going to do everything, including the stuff that's not going to be seen. And it's the same reason why we did like the torso and stuff like that. This means I can go over it and slowly reapply features and stuff like that, and then realize, and this way I can like obviously in your head ground, okay, this is how long the arm is, that makes sense, this has logical rationale, like this length here could be possibly trimmed a little bit, it needs to be angled slightly different so it can be equal. Again, tricks that I feel I've been using because I am reintroducing myself to art. Hmm. I think... What else do I... Is there anything else that it could be added? Outside of obviously doing detailing features. Like anything additional that we can think of. I actually really like the idea of doing like these tassely parts here that are coming off with the rings. I think that actually really adds a lot more volume to the character. I'm kind of hitting a block, I'm gonna be honest. And like, not a good block, like a I don't even know if I want to continue block. Kind of like, it's because it's like, okay, if I've not got any of that, then I can start working on the head, but I don't want to work on the head right now because that's a lot finer detailing work and I'm really not energized for that right now. I think that's going to be it then. I think that's going to be the end of the art stream. However, I will stress this isn't going to be the last time. I want to do more art streams. I'm really happy with how this kind of turned out. Honestly, a lot more is because I was very nervous about this. I don't know if nervous is the right word. I was very uncomfortable with the idea of this because just pure and simply, as is in the description, I've not done art for years. I am trying to get back into it, and I'm an extremely high perfectionist, which is the reason why I really fucking hate doing art as much. But recently I did art that is kind of a caliber I would have considered good back when. So I'm like, okay, well, why not start actually pushing myself again? Pushing myself to improve, but nicely and naturally and not aggressively like I have in the past, which helped cause the downward spiral of me not wanting to do art anymore. So, with that being said, I'm going to stop the music. I apologize. It was very nice music though. I'm going to keep that tabbed for future use if need be. But I think we'll do another art stream probably sometime next week. Not sure when. However, this will be the end of today's. So thank you very much for watching. If you watch during the stream or watch later, I very much appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, consider maybe leaving a like or a comment on the video, because that actually does help it out. Even subscribing to the channel, because again, I plan on doing more of this stuff in the future. Aside from that, Minecraft, I'll be back to Minecraft on Monday, and then probably like Devil May Cry and potentially an art stream mixed in next week, along with finishing up on Minecraft and trying to possibly figure out what I'm going to do with the next pack. So again, thank you very much, and that'll be all. So until next time, see you later.